Let us show all the steps you need to follow to prepare your Win7 machine for the lab. Now, why Windows 7, you may say, if it's already out of support from Microsoft? Well, number one reason is a lot easier to hack a Win7 system than a Win10 and Windows Server and all that. And we will be doing attacks on all of them. And so it's easier for you to learn to think as a hacker by compromising a system that is easier. The second one is that there are plenty of Win7 systems around, and in fact, doing these attacks can help you motivate people to migrate to Win10. As we have said in previous positioning, none of these things are making any judgment on the quality of this product, that product. The idea is how you detect when people bypass all different type of protections out there and get to the core of the system. How can you detect that with Sysmon? So we start with the installation of Sysmon. The Sysmon you download from Microsoft. This is Sysmon 32. This is Sysmon 64, of course. And this configuration file, you find it in my box, in my public box folder. So you start by running a command prompt as an administrator, and you're going to move to the desktop of this user, IA user. I forgot to mention this is a Windows evaluation machine, and we can even see the password in here. And we will see that password when we will attack the machine, but that's the user, IA user. You install it by running the Sysmon/I for the first time that you are installing it. If you are migrating it, -C will be the option. If you go to a newer version of Sysmon, you download the next version and run with a -C here, and your system will be ready. Accept the license. This is actually very fast. The WinCollect console requires .NET version 3.5, and the current version is 4.8. It doesn't matter. You can install the latest version of it. So I'm gonna install this, pausing the video until that completes. Of course, you accept the license agreement, click install. While this installed, I also forgot to mention that I patched this Windows system completely. So there's no, if you are doing this from scratch, it's gonna be quite a bit of patches, but you don't need to, because we are not exploiting any vulnerability. We are abusing Microsoft features. So the way you check that the .NET 3.5 is enabled, it's actually very strange. So you go to uninstall programs, you click in here on this particular feature, click there, and that gives you a menu of options. And you need to make sure that if this is not checked, that you check that, because you need 3.5. We can exit this. We are done with .NET. We're going to install WinCollect, of course the 32-bit that x86 version. You download this from the Fix Central. An easy way to get to the link is always go to the Google WinCollect 101, and there's a nice page that points you to all the resources and everything you want to know about WinCollect. So I'm going to run this as an administrator. Let me explain the options that we are going to be selecting in here. We click next, accept the license, click next. That's the standard user, IA user in this machine. We click next. It's going to be standalone, not managed. For the purpose of the lab, this is good enough. And we're going to create a log source. This is what is going to be sending the log source to QRadar. The logs to QRadar. It's going to be the QRadar log source. So I'm copying the same log source name as the identifier. So this is the way that they will look in QRadar. And you can actually, we don't need the application logs. In fact, we're going to be determining what we're going to be sending here later in another method, but you can leave it just like that. Then you're going to designate this, it gives this a name. I'm going to call this a console, and you will use this later. And the IP address of my QRadar box is 172.16.60.10. We click next, and then we take all the defaults here and wait until this finishes. It was instantaneous. Now we are ready to run this patch thing. This is something that all you need to do is click it. You don't need to run it as an admin. You see that there's no shield in there. And you take all the defaults and this runs. I'm taking all those options. We install it. Next we're going to install, or actually migrate, the PowerShell that comes standard in Windows 7. You don't need this for Windows 10, from version 2 to version 5. The reason is version 2 has many problems from the security standpoint. One of them is the fact that when you run commands from inside a PowerShell, if I were to run a PowerShell right now here, there will be no logs being produced, not even with Sysmon. So when we upgrade to that version 5, then we'll see all those logs. And to be a little bit more explicit, if you were to run here PowerShell, maybe I shouldn't be doing this while this thing is installed, but if we do to check the version, you do host.version, and since this is installing, I don't know if this is going to be, yeah, still version 2. So if I execute process create, whatever thing that I do from an attacker perspective within here, not a single log will come out, and that's too much of a security risk, and so that would be unfair to hack that. So we are migrating it to version 5. So it's finished and it's requesting a restart, so I'm pausing the video until that is done. Two more steps. We need to issue several either group policy or, like here, registry commands to enable the emission of some specific log. Again, we want to make sure that we get all the information we can from the system, and we do that by running let me get a command window as an admin, and this file I provided to you to copy those registry commands. So I'm going to grab all these commands from here to here, and I issue them. Oops, I need to do edit paste, and they are completed successfully. Should you want to check that the commands were issued correctly, you make this registry query to the Windows registry. We paste those in here, and you get 111 and an asterisk. That means that the commands were good. One more step, and again, I provide you that in my public box folder, and I'll provide you this file as well. What this file has is some XML commands that we need to put into the into the WinCollect configuration. So I'm grabbing all these, okay, grab it on the clipboard, all these queries, and in the video for Win10 I explain how we generate this, but in reality you don't really need to know where it comes. And it's the same, should be the same for every Windows 10. So we go, this is a WinCollect configuration. We go to devices, and remember that we define a console that is in here. And what we need to do is that we can actually remove the security and system that we put before, because we are going to specify what we want to grab in here. So we need to have all those queries, and it's important to have the queries without the spaces. I prefer to have them with any space in here. Now, what this is very important, because this is the filtering that is going to tell Curator, WinCollect, don't send this stuff, only send this specific stuff to Curator. So between the Sysmon config file XML that we installed in the beginning that filters the stuff from Sysmon, and this additional filter that tells you what to send and what not to send, these are very important to keep your EPSs in check. Once you've done that, you need to deploy the changes, and your Windows 7 machine is ready to be attacked. Okay, I recommend you, once you get to this point, it's not a bad idea to do a snapshot of it.